The weight of the world often feels heaviest not on our shoulders, but on our self-esteem. We scroll through curated perfection, listen to the whispered doubts in our own minds, and measure our worth against an impossible standard. We see the seamless victories of others, but live intimately with every single one of our own stumbles. This is the silent battle many fight, a war waged in the quiet of the heart, where the belief that we are not enough takes root. There is a story of a young artist who could paint breathtaking landscapes, capturing the very soul of a forest or the emotion of a setting sun. Yet, she was tormented. For every masterpiece she created, all she could see was the one tiny, almost imperceptible brushstroke where her hand had trembled. She would present her work to the world, and while others saw the magnificent whole, her eyes were locked on that single flawed detail. She began to discard canvases, not because they were failures, but because they were not perfect. Her studio, once a place of joy, became a gallery of her own perceived inadequacies. One day, an old seasoned potter visited her studio. He saw the piles of abandoned paintings and the sorrow in the artist's eyes. He didn't offer empty praise. Instead, he took her to his own humble workshop. There, on a high shelf, sat a collection of the most exquisite pottery she had ever seen. Vases, bowls, and urns of stunning beauty. But as he took them down, one by one, she noticed something. Each piece had a crack, a chip, or an uneven glaze. They were all, in some small way, broken. The potter saw her confusion and smiled gently. "These," he said, running a finger along a hairline fracture in a beautiful blue vase, "are my treasures, not despite their flaws, but because of them." He explained that in an ancient art form, there is a practice called kintsugi. When a prized piece of pottery breaks, the artists do not discard it. Instead, they repair it with a special lacquer dusted with powdered gold, silver, or platinum. They believe that the breakage and repair are part of the object's history, not something to be hidden. The flaw is illuminated, made beautiful, and in doing so, the piece becomes more valuable and unique than it ever was before. He looked at the young artist and said, "You are spending your life mourning the cracks, trying to hide the trembles. You are discarding your soul because it isn't flawless. But don't you see? Your struggles, your setbacks, the times you fell and got back up, those are your golden seams. They are not evidence of your weakness. They are the proof of your resilience. They are what make your story and your art uniquely and powerfully yours." The artist was silent, the truth washing over her like a cleansing wave. She returned to her studio and looked at her discarded canvases with new eyes. That trembled brushstroke was no longer a mistake. It was a signature of her humanity. Her perceived imperfections were not shortcomings to be ashamed of, but the very facets that gave her depth and character. This is the truth we so often forget. Nobody is perfect. We are all a collection of beautiful strengths and, yes, beautiful flaws. The scars from past hurts, the lessons from failures, the vulnerability we try to conceal. These are not blemishes on our worth. They are the gold that mends our spirit. They are what make us authentic, relatable, and truly strong. Your value does not decrease because of your imperfections. It is defined by your entire journey, the light and the shadow, the smooth strokes and the jagged lines. So, the next time you look in the mirror and see a flaw, remember the art of kintsugi. See the gold in your seams. Embrace your whole, imperfect, and utterly priceless self. You're a masterpiece, not in spite of your cracks, but because of them.